Sight Sounds Flavors on YouTube, sightsoundsflavors.com, exploringkentucky.com. We're here in the city of Hartford, Kentucky, county seat of Ohio County, home of 2,000 happy people and a few sourheads. And we're starting out at the public library. Got a Valero down the street. You can see the Ohio County Courthouse there coming up. For this series of walks, we're not using the boom. We're simply using the built-in microphone for the camera. The boom's been catching a lot of wind lately, even with the dead cat on. So we're gonna try to do it with the built-in microphone. There's the Ohio County Sheriff's vehicle. There's Old Glory flying proud. Now this is an interesting courthouse because it's elevated and it's got pretty limited green space. Some courthouses are on pretty sprawling properties. There's the Commonwealth flag. Some have practically no property, some have very utilitarian looks. Mount Vernon's courthouse almost really could be any kind of building. It looks very utilitarian. This one's got kind of I don't know, a little bit of a Masonic Lodge looking feel to it, but yeah, let's walk up the steps. This is, after all, the People's House. So we've got some plaques down here. Courthouse burned. General Highland B. Lyon with 800 men invaded Kentucky December 1864 to enforce CSA draft law, divert USA from Nashville. In 23 days, he burned 7 courthouses used by Union forces. See map on reverse side. At Hartford, garrison captured by Lyon December 20th, later paroled and courthouse burned. Records and other building saved on plea by Samuel O. Payton, local doctor. What's very interesting is the first 3 lines. General Highland B. Lyon with 800 men invaded Kentucky December 1864 to enforce CSA draft law. CSA draft law, which is very interesting because Kentucky was a border state. And the idea that this general would come to Kentucky and enforce a draft law in territory that wasn't part of the CSA is mind-boggling. But he did. So Hartford is here, and the Confederacy would have been down here in Tennessee. So that's very interesting. This sign over here says who the county was named for the Ohio River. Originally, its northern boundary from this territory has been formed Butler, Grayson, Davies, Hancock, McLean counties. 2 settlements were Hartford Station about 1785 and Barnett Station, founded by Colonel Joseph Barnett in 1790. The first Ohio County Court organized 1799. Christopher Greenup was its circuit judge 1803, Kentucky governor 1804 to 08. So that's pretty interesting. And then over here you got a World War II monument here. And now when you're here, you gotta be real careful. That's a bench, so you don't wanna go downhill, take a pretty bad fall. But that's the courthouse there. And the county, according to Wikipedia, citing a 2020 census, said there was 2,600 people here. So again, I'm not sure how many cases are heard in this courthouse. But again, it's a smaller county in terms of population, but I would imagine that they, have a family court, a circuit court, just on a much smaller level than, say, Jefferson or Fayette counties. I like that they have these steps up. It kind of reminds me of Winchester a little bit. Winchester is a lot higher up, but still it's cool how you have sidewalks that are elevated. I'm not really sure how folks on wheelchairs get up on this though. There's our loud pickup truck. You always have to have a loud pickup truck in a Kentucky video. We didn't have one in the Henderson video, which is shocking because it seems like every video in Kentucky has got a loud pickup truck, but not Henderson. So doesn't always have to be the case. Though got a pawn shop here. What we'll do is we'll cross the street and we'll show you the businesses on the other side. I like this consignment shop here, which will be diagonal to us. I'll show it to you here in a second. Welcome to Images Day Spa. Well, that's a cool truck. And there's the consignment shop. Which has a cool name to it. There's a service station here, which doesn't look like it's in operation, but it's got a cool little pickup truck here, a little truck. Nice Trans Am there. Down there it looks like there might be like a gas station possibly. Here's a look at town. I'm not sure what's over here. I did notice a sheriff's vehicle driving around, and I did notice a gentleman standing outside of the detention center. But that's a big part of law enforcement, anything out of the ordinary, they got to document it. So they're doing their job. And if they ask me what I'm doing, I'll be happy to tell them. I know a lot of the First Amendment auditors don't do that, but this is not a First Amendment auditing channel. This is a tourism channel. And not only do I want them to know where the work's going to be seen at, I want them to go to the channel and subscribe. So back here, I don't think there's really much going on. Got like a neighborhood back there. I guess I could walk down the alley, but it's not really all that exciting to me. But what I am going to do is cross the street and walk back and show you some of the businesses on the other side here in Hartford, Ohio County, Kentucky. I do hope you guys will check out the Exploring Kentucky Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/exploringky. Also follow Exploring Kentucky at exploringky on TikTok. And certainly subscribe to the Sight Sounds Flavors YouTube channel, where everything is showcased. On this trip, I've done Evansville, Indiana, Henderson, Kentucky, and now Hartford, Kentucky. Last week I was in Providence, Princeton, Dixon, and Madisonville. Next 2 or 3 weeks I probably won't do much filming. So I'm trying to get a nice chunk of content to release over the course of the next month and a half. Nice. Sullivan. No clue what that is. New Beginnings Hair Design. They look to be open. Oh, it's a hair salon. Oh, this looks cool. Soreheads, Gifts and Sundries. I'm not sure what soreheads are. I know that that's part of the. I know that's part of their motto, but I'm not sure what a sorehead is. I guess it's like a grouch, maybe. Someone that's a little grumpy. Could that be a sorehead? I don't know. Oh, I love that fire escape. That's very cool. And this place here is called Foodie Call Cafe and Catering Company. All right, looks pretty cool. You guys know that I'm a big fan of signage and marketing. I think it's very important. I'm sure the food there is amazing, but nowadays you need to have branding. Branding's super important. And sometimes without the right branding, no one's gonna know about your business. Asylum Martial Arts. That's pretty cool. I noticed that a lot of the windows here are blocked out, and it's probably because there's a lot of sun, and especially during the summer. The new Z 99.9 Times News. The Ohio County Times News Z 99.9, and it's 55 degrees. I figured I'd give it a little bit of enthusiasm when I was reading out the call letters. There's a lot of 2-hour parking here, which is cool. Let's cross the street here. I'm really not wanting to film the police department or the detention center, but I've got to do the full walk around the courthouse to give you that full view. Otherwise, it wouldn't be sight, sounds, flavors. It would be some sights, some sounds, and some flavors. So, all right. And then here's, so I guess this is a small county, so this might be their county jail. Ohio County Detention, Jailer Landon R. Spurlock. While on jail property, we'll be on surveillance. Awesome. Since I'm videotaping, you can videotape me there. You got that iron grate door there. You got Adopt the Highway. That's a good cause. And you got Hartford Police Department here. You gotta walk up some steps. I feel like there's steps everywhere in this place. Some nice barrels there. This is City Hall, City Clerk and Hartford Municipal Water. Open 8 to 4. That's a nice work day. Everybody else has got to work 9 to 5. But 8 to 4 is earlier, but you get out earlier. That's cool. Ohio County Water District. Got the Red Cross there. Ohio County Community and Judicial Center. I like that they have community and judicial center. Most places just have judicial center, but I think that's cool. I'm curious what this is going to sound like, because you know, like I said, the boom I like, and I like the look of it. It looks even more sophisticated, but it picks up absolutely everything, and it's directional, which, you know, sometimes I don't want to hear everything in front of me, especially if I'm not doing an interview. So this here is the Korean War Memorial and the Vietnam War Memorial. Now, what's cool, well, not cool, but what's fitting is that they call it the Vietnam War, when in reality it was a conflict. But calling, you know, a conflict where we lost nearly 60,000 U.S. service personnel, 100,000 plus injured, hundreds, if not thousands, of missing in action. A conflict is a little disrespectful, even if it is historically accurate. So I think it's very fitting that they have it down as the Vietnam War. So there you got Jackson Dowell. They've got a really nice office there. Look at that. And I suspect that this wind is going to sound pretty heavy, but we shall see. And this here is the Hartford Baptist Church. Very nice looking church there. Not much over here. Not sure what that blue is down there. Maybe like a storage facility. That looks like a neighborhood. And you guys know I don't do neighborhoods. I mean, if it's like a block or two, like right next to downtown, sure. If it makes sense. But more often than not, I won't cover neighborhoods because I think it's, again, when you're on the sidewalk, which is the public right of way, you can do it. It's totally legal. It's not an invasion of privacy. There is no expectation of privacy in public. But me, I prefer to not do that. Foreman Watson Holtree, dedicated to you, committed to justice. So this is probably like another law office. It doesn't actually say law office or law group, but it sounds like it's a law office. Maybe it's like a legal charity, maybe, I don't know. But Apple Valley, and we're on Washington Street, and this is the back of the courthouse. I love the trees, it's really nice. That's the back of the courthouse. Laura Eaton, attorney at law. A lot of motorcycles coming through. You got Allstate. Got another church over here. Let's see what church this is. That's got to be a club. That's way too many bikes. Maybe it's the Black Widows. If you've ever seen Any Which Way But Loose, the Clint Eastwood movie with Clyde the monkey, you'll know what I'm talking about. The Black Widows were not a very successful outlaw outfit, but they lost their hair. They got tarred and feathered. They got pretty bad run there with Philo Beto. Hartford United Methodist Church. Very nice looking church. So I really hope you've enjoyed a walk in Hartford. I know I have. It's a smaller county seat, but it's got a lot of stuff going on. Several coffee shops, a lot of lawyers' offices. And again, this is the downtown area. A lot of times, you know, your supermarkets, your fast food restaurants, your movie theaters, all that sort of stuff would be outside of downtown, just like it is in a major city. Like, you're not going to go to a Kroger or a Publix or a whatever in downtown Louisville. You go to the suburbs for that. So a lot of times people are like, how do these folks in these cities survive? Well, you don't buy that stuff downtown, and there's not a lot of big cities that have movie theaters downtown. So I'm suspecting that Hartford's probably got like a suburb area or a bigger city that it, probably Bowling Green. But again, I think Bowling Green is a bit of a huff from here. Not sure. I'm not sure, I shouldn't say. But if I had to guess, I'd say like 30 miles maybe. That's a little much to have to drive for the supermarket, but it might be worth it to live in a quiet community such as this is. And sometimes if you want a certain kind of life, you gotta sacrifice a little bit. And that may be the case. But very nice city, very orderly, very clean, very well maintained. Lots of traffic, as you can see, which is good for businesses. Got their own gas station, they may have more than one. Got their own radio station, police department. Public library looks pretty good. Very good, actually. So all in all, I think they're doing pretty darn good here in Hartford, Ohio County, Kentucky. For Sights, Sounds, Flavors, sightsoundsflavors.com, exploringkentucky.com. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you for the next one.